Earlier this month, universities from around the world gathered at Copenmind, a conference that took place in Copenhagen, Denmark. The idea was to show off some stuff going on in university labs and try to get corporations to license it. The University of Copenhagen, for instance, talked up a water purification system that relies on gravity. Dirty water slowly passes down a filter that's 50 meters long and 8 meters wide. The ramp's only tilted at a slight angle. It can take water 2 minutes to go a single meter. But by the time the water gets to the end, all the solid particles are gone.
The water flows freely only by gravity through the filter. And that's the genius part of this.
That's like some kind of crazy math problem. I mean, no, it's me, because figuring out the calculations of that.
Yeah, but you can make a lot of calculations, or you can do it and see that it's functioning.
How shallow is the angle? Is it like 0.01 degree?
The difference in levels between inlet and outlet is 1.5 meter at maximum capacity.
The university also showed off a way to make biodiesel or ethanol out of straw. They also gave you complimentary shots of the stuff too. It's not bad. It's a little like greasy vodka.
Ah, not bad.
Meanwhile, the University of Trier has a system that can measure the chemical residues in or on biological samples. It can be used to test pollution levels found on things like eggs in nests, or to test if athletes are taking drugs.
We collect human tissues, for example blood and hair, and then we collect it, and later we can analyze these samples for unknown substances. Maybe today we have some chemicals and we don't know if these chemicals have negative effects to the human being.
Water technology is growing in Scandinavia. Many of the startups in ocean power or water processing are actually coming out of here. The University of Aarhus in Denmark is showing off a device that monitors water quality in drinking water.
This is the key technology. It's basically a filter, resin that absorbs solutes from passing water.
Okay.
And solutes examples are nitrates, phosphorus, pesticides, volatile organic compounds or heavy metal, stuff like that. And the genius thing is it contains a tracer salt. So once you're finished, you take this device and you send it to a laboratory, and it will tell you the solutes, how much and which types, and then you can measure how much water has passed. So the result will be an average concentration over an extended period of time.
And at the University of Southampton in England, they are working on a tidal turbine to harvest energy from rivers. This is a small-scale prototype for measuring how well a full-scale device might work in the future.
I have a horizontal axis rotor here, and then a drivetrain installed within the nacelle here. The advantage with this technology is really the resource, the tidal resource. It's very predictable. The tides around the world are driven by the interaction of the Earth, the Moon and the Sun, which is entirely predictable, as you know.
Southampton also has a solar roof tile. Basically, you put this on your roof instead of regular roofing tiles. The cool part is that if one of these breaks, you just have to replace a single one. In current systems, you have to replace the entire row if one in the middle breaks.
The whole roof will go down. It's just like having a load of things in electrical series. So if you have a long string and one goes wrong, then you lose your whole generation.
Wow.
If you want to go up onto the roof and get that tile out and replace it, you have to strip all the tiles beneath it, which is obviously a massive problem, and it would cost you, a roofer would have to come out and take a week or so. The idea with these is that if something goes wrong, we can just slide the tile out, go up on the roof, stand on it. This is all toughened glass. This stuff is incredibly tough.
Oh yeah, what is this?
It's really tough. It's
like that tough plastic, like
you can stand on this.
It's like commando knife plastic. That stuff.
That's right.
To date, only a few universities, particularly Stanford and MIT, have been successful in taking lab concepts and making millions of dollars out of them. But universities, particularly a lot of those overseas, are now beginning to study and master the process. I'm Michael Canellis for Green Tech Media in Copenhagen.